It's Custodes time. Going to this one blind too. Haven't seen anything about it yet. I'm assuming we're looking at the Custodes when it comes to the detachment rule. From there, man, I don't know. Custodes, I'm expecting, are going to be like the elite of the elite, right? I think their point costs are going to be higher, but their models are going to be stronger. That's my guess based on what we've seen so far in the 10th edition previews, but let's just get into it and see. So we have the Golden Legion. Man, that art looks really good, actually. Contemptor back to, yeah, I don't think they call them Contemptors, do they? I'm not a Custodes player. I do have a set of Custodes. It was some of the first models I ever painted for the sake of Kill Team. But, yeah, Custodes are cool. I like them a lot, the Custodians. Mysterious gene alchemies and arcane secrets combined to forge warriors unlike any other. The shining Golden Legion of the 10,000. They walk, success follow. Yeah, so they even double down to here. Like, other factions talk about their elites, but this is the elite of the elite. Alright, Art of Space Marines. Space Marines are immortal men, of course, with the dutiful Sisters of Silence providing specialist anti-psyker support. Very cool. Custodes versus the new Tyranids. Looking nice, looking wonderful. Yeah, so it's the Katas. So we have Army Rule is Marshal Kata, and we have Kaptaris stance, Dakatari stance, and Rendak stance. Start of the fight phase, select one Kata stance from the list below to be active for your army until the end of the phase. Kata stance is active for your army. Each unit from your ability gains the ability. So it's kind of like the Space Marines doctrines, right? Kaptaris optimized to trap enemy units in close combat. Each time a melee attack targets units, subtract one from the hit roll. Okay. Just, yeah, we're subtracting one from hit rolls every time. Sorry about the green screen there. I forgot to plug in a light. Then we have Dakatari stance, which is aggressive fighting style has been adapted for the Custodes to Horde variety. That gives sustained hits 1. That's pretty good. We're outnumbered. Then Rendak stance, superlative monster and war machine hunters. Melee weapons get lethal hits. Okay, so this is just for the end of the phase. Select one. Doesn't say you can only choose it once, which is good. So, theoretically, you could do Kaptaris every fight phase, basically. Which of these is going to be the best? I mean, again, it really depends on what you're fighting. I really like these options, because subtracting one from the hit roll is very good. Just, yeah, no, you're actually hitting me on one more than you thought. It's going to take you one more to hit me than you thought it would. So if you're hitting on 4-ups before, now you're hitting on 5-ups, which is really good. Dakatari, of course, for sustained hits, and Rendax for lethal hits are also really good depending on what you're trying to do. So I really like these options. And they even mention it here. Dakatari is going to be great for chaff. Kaptaris is going to be great to parry a lot of enemies. They put clumsy swings, but a lot of enemies. And Rendax to slice through armor. So very cool. Mortal Wounds is very nice. Exploding Sixes is very nice. Then we have Aegis of the Emperor. So this is the detachment rule. Custodes models from your army have the Feel No Pain 4-up against Mortal Wounds. GW, I'm not trying to tell you how to run your game, because you play all of these armies theoretically. I like that it's specifically against Mortal Wounds. Why did Custodes get a Feel No Pain, but Death Guard don't? Where's Disgustingly Resilient? I mean, don't get me wrong, this is really good against Mortal Wounds. That's very, very good. Feel No Pain 4-up, just on a 4-up, yeah, you don't take those Mortal Wounds. That's great. I expected we'd probably get Trajan Valoris. Felt like that was the way it was going to go. He's got the Watcher's Axe, ranged, and melee. It has assault for the range. He's only got 7 wounds, which is surprising to me. I thought he would probably have a few more. But he has a 2-up invuln? Okay, it's part of an ability. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Because he's got a 4-up invuln against Mortal Wounds, right? Or does he just have a 4-up total invuln? Saves on 2-ups. Oh. 2 attacks for the ranged. 2-ups to hit. 5 strength. AP minus 2, D3 damage. And it's 6 attacks in melee. All very, very good. Yeah, he's got the Feel No Pain 5-up. And then he's a leader. Marshal Kata. Captain General, while this model's leading a unit, you can ignore any or all modifiers to the characteristics of models in that unit and or any roll to or test made for models in that unit. Wow, okay. Modifier to the characteristics of models in that unit and or to any roll or test. Okay, so he just counters a lot of the like battle shock stuff. Trajan Valoris just counters that, just flat countered. That's really cool. Good reason to bring him. Moment Shackle. Once per battle, at the start of the fight phase, you can select one of the following effects to take effect till the end of the phase. The Watcher's axe melee weapon has attacks characteristics of 12, so it doubles the attacks once per battle. Choose that. Or you could choose a 2-up invuln, or you could choose fight first for all models in the model's unit. That's really good. That's really good. Start of the fight phase. It doesn't say the start of your fight phase. If it's your opponent's fight phase and you think they're going to charge you, you could choose 2-up invulns or fight first. Fight first for the whole unit if you have him with some, because he's a character model. You have him and he's a leader. If you have him with some custodians, man, that's very good. The ability to fight first when they're attacked could just save the unit from getting wiped. And the 2-up invuln for Trajan Valoris is very good too. And then just, you know, hey, if you're on the offense, you're doing really well, 12 attacks instead of 6 at D3 damage with strength 10. That's pretty good, man. Yeah, the Moment Shackle's very, very good. Relic of the Dark Age. So then we got Alaris Custodians. I figured we would get Alaris instead of regular, but I was hoping we might get Sisters here. Be able to see how their anti-psyker stuff's going to work in 10th edition. Let's see. Golden Light ability gives them surprising mobility. We're going to get to that. Don't spoil me yet. 4 wounds. Pretty solid. Ballistic Grenade Launcher Blast. Castellan Axe Assault. Guardian Spear Assault. And of course we also have the Misericordia. 18, 24, 24. Not bad at all. D6 attacks on the Grenade Launcher. That's pretty good. Damage 1, 2. The damage is not super high, but at 4 wounds, that puts them at double the wounds of a Space Marine. They have a 4-up invuln against mortal wounds. Their war gear lets them they're not drinking in the middle of battle. Their war gear lets them add 1 to the objective control characteristics models in the bearer's unit. So they can go up to 3 OC. That's pretty good. Their melee is really solid. 4, 5, 5, 3-up, 2-up, 2-up. 2-ups on the Misericordia. That's really good. But 2-ups on the Guardian Spear, 7 strength, or the Axe at 9 strength for 3-ups. Oh, really good. AP -2. The Spear might be the best, like, all-around weapon. Looking at it, 5 attacks, 2-ups, 7 strength, -2 AP, D2 wounds. That's really solid. Then we have Slayer of Tyrants, and again, you pair that with the Martial Kata, so they have sustained hits or lethal hits, because it's everybody in your army. That's really good, man. Slayer of Tyrants. Each time a model in this unit makes an attack that targets a character, monster, or vehicle unit, you can reroll the wound roll. Okay. All right. Still seeing a lot of rerolls when that was one of the things they said they were trying to get rid of. But, you know, it's fine. That's very solid. Then from Golden Light, once per battle, a whole match. At the end of your opponent's turn, if this unit is not within engagement range of 1 or more enemy units, you can remove it from the battlefield. In the reinforcement step of your next movement phase, set it up anywhere on the battlefield that is more than 9 inches horizontally away from all enemy models. They can deep strike themselves partway through the battle. Oh boy. That's warp teleporting, right? Like the warp termies? The termi teleport? That's really good. Just, hey, yeah, the Alaris Custodians, their unit's a little banged up, but they're all right. You know, they got 2 units left in there of the 3 that I'm assuming they can take, and they're not within engagement range. I'm just gonna pull them up and put them back down over here. And it's at the end of your opponent's turn. So if they go first and then you go, you have a lot more options there. Sorry about that. Got a phone call. Yeah, no, these are really good. This is an incredible. This is an incredible data sheet for these. This Just be able to, boop, here they are, and they're back, and they're good. And maybe they could do that before. I don't think they could. I haven't played Custodes in 10th edition, but I've watched battle reports. Never seen somebody do that with Allarus Custodians. But very, very cool. They're looking really solid. And then we do get some prosecutors. Okay, cool. I didn't think we'd get 3 data sheets. All right, I'm not complaining. Yeah. So, 1 wound, as you would expect. 6-inch move. What were the Custodians? 5. Okay. Trajan 6, of course. T6, T7. They're tougher than... Okay, interesting. Interesting. T3. Give them 3 ups. What were the saves? I'm sorry. We'll look at these. Bolt gun, 24-inch range, rapid fire 1. So 12 inches, double the attacks. Pretty solid. Close combat weapon. Probably just the butt of the bolt gun, honestly. Pretty solid. Daughters of the Abyss models. This unit have the Feel No Pain 3-up ability against psychic attacks. Okay. Not bad at all. 3 ups for Feel No Pains for psychic. That's their exact save already. So that's interesting, but, you know, pretty good. Each time a model in this unit makes a ranged attack that targets a psyker unit, I guess they won't have to worry about mortal wounds, so there's that. Each time a model in this unit makes a ranged attack that targets a psyker unit, that attack has the precision and devastating wounds. Okay, that's pretty solid. A little underwhelming. I thought they might have like a zone of influence where psychic attacks couldn't be used in, but still pretty solid. Precision and devastating wounds on top of rapid fire 1 to enemy psychers is going to be pretty good. Yeah, I like it. I still think it could have used a little bit extra, but it's not bad at all. Then weapon spotlight, we have the Executioner Great Blade, anti-psycher 4 up, so that'll work just like these here. Devastating wounds, anti-psycher of course being precision and devastating wounds. 2 attacks, 3 ups, 5 strength, -2 AP, E2. Not bad at all. Then our stratagem is Vigil Unending. So we have, during the command phase, 1 Custodes infantry unit, excluding the Sisters, Sister Silence, on 1 destroyed model, excluding characters, is returned to unit with its full runes remaining. Okay. Okay. Cannot target the same unit with a stratagem more than once per battle. So if the Allarus Custodian gets taken off the board, you get 1 model back from it if you spend a CP. That's pretty good. Yeah, it takes entire turns of shooting, so that's going to be a good gotcha moment there, if that's what we're going for. GW. I mean, it's very strong. It's real good. It's not quite here's a whole regiment, but it might as well be when it's a full Custodian. And then Black Library wise, we've got the Emperor's Legion and the Regent Shadow. Very cool. Some of those. Who's tomorrow? Oh, it's the Orks. It's the Orks. The Orks. I'm excited. I can't wait to see what the Orc rules are like in 10th edition. We don't have that many more to go, honestly. We've got the Divergent Space Marine chapters, so like Blood Angels, Dark Angels, Black Templars, right? And then we've still got Orcs. We've still got Drukhari, right? I doubt we're going to get Inari. We might get Harlequins as its own, maybe. And then we still have Thousand Sons. And we still have somebody else I'm forgetting. I know there's somebody else I'm forgetting. T-Sons, Harlequins, Drukhari. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Okay, so it was bothering me, so I had to come back. So we have Orcs is tomorrow. That's Wednesday. So we'll have 2 more for this week. So we still have Grey Knights. We still have Thousand Sons. We still have Blood Angels. We still have Gene Stealer Cults. We still have Dark Angels. We still have Black Templars. We still have Drukhari. Probably Harlequins, right? That's 8. So if we take 2 of those off tomorrow, for the rest of this week, then we have 6 more to go, which means Harlequins probably won't get 1, because it seems like they're doing them in chunks of 5. I could be very wrong on that, but that's my gut feeling. What if this was when they revealed Emperor's Children and they have an extra one in there? Emperor's Children come back as their own faction, or we get Exodites. Like 10th edition, bring in a new faction, right? Why not? Go ahead, go for it. Not gonna happen. Dark Mechanicus would be really cool. Dark Mechanicum would be really cool. I doubt it, but you know, we'll see. We'll see. We might also get a thing for like the Inquisition. They might do some like wrap up towards the end, but we'll find out. I think probably not is the answer, and we might just get a single entry for Divergent Space Marine chapters too, but we'll find out. Hey, it's early. It's Orks. Let's take a look and see what we got for Orks. I'm excited for Orks. I think there could be some really cool rules for Orks here. I'm expecting vehicle heavy again. And that happened not that long ago, right? However, really cool is if we got to see some fluff that leaned into the Orks, like subconsciously controlling reality around them, warping things around them. I think that'd be. But we have the Green Tide. Okay, so we might be going more infantry, more boys. Let's see. Man, this art is really good. The Killican and the Def Dread back there. War Boss. This is a good looking art with a little Gretchen right there. Yeah, that's good art. Beaky Boys, Bug Stunties. Ha! What you really want to hear about the Orks? New Warhammer lots. Okay, there's a little asterisk joke that I'm missing. So let's see. That is the terrain piece. The factory, right? No, not the factory. It's the other terrain piece. Those don't even have rules anymore, right? That's interesting. See how that goes. Dock and Jet. Again, really, really nice diorama. Yeah, it's a wah for sure. Okay, all right. But what? Okay, this is interesting. The army rule is wah, of course. Brutal, cunning, yeah, wah, the war cry, and there 100% will be people that are playing 10th that every time they use it once per battle at the start of the battle round, they will call a wah, and they will yell it out, and that's fine. More power to them. So Orks from your army are eligible to declare a charge in a turn in which they advance. That's very good. It's only once per battle at the start of the battle round. That's very good though. Add one to the strength that attacks characteristics of melee weapons. You don't have to choose. You don't have to choose. Okay, sorry, I'm still trying to wake up. It's early. You advance and you charge. You get to add one to strength and attack characteristics of melee weapons equipped by Orks. And Ork models from your army have a 5-up invuln. You don't have to choose. You just get those for a turn. That's very good. Okay. There's nothing for shooting. So we're very much going Green Tide here. Nothing for shooting, but very, very good melee. Yeah, that's pretty great. And then get stuck in. Yeah, makes sense. For the detachment rule. Melee weapons equipped by Ork models from your army have sustained hit 1. That's good, right? That's very good. I'm a little disappointed we don't have anything for shooting in the army or detachment rules, because Ork shooting is some of the most fun in the game, in my opinion. And again, I don't play Orks, but my wife does, and getting to see like a bunch of dice thrown per shots and then most of them miss, it's really thematic and fluffy and fun. It's fun for me anyway. I don't know if it's fun for her, but it makes sense going with the Green Tide that they're going for melee. It's just a little unfortunate that the first rules we're gonna get are gonna be for melee, because who knows when the codex is dropping and we're gonna get more detachment rules. All right, so we're going with Beast Snagga boys, not regular boys. I'm losing my voice, and you heard my voice crack there. I really thought we'd be going for regular boys. All right, so they're battle line to boot now. They're no longer fast attack, which is interesting for Beast Snagga boys. So the Knob has 1 more wound. That's the only difference here. The boys have 1 wound. They're T5. That's pretty good. The Slugga pistol, 1 shot, 5 ups, 4 shots, D1. You really want them in melee. You don't want Beast Snagga boys at ranged. Thump gun has blast though, and that's pretty good. 18-inch range, D3 attacks. Still hitting on 5 ups. That's Orks for you, right? 6 strength though, D2. However, the Choppa, 3 attacks, 3 ups, 5 strength, -1, D1. Close combat weapon, fist, bite, whatever, right? Or tail, I guess. 2 attacks, 3 ups, 5, 0, 1. And the power Snappa, big bite, 4, 3 ups, 7 strength, -1 AP, D2. Each time a model in this unit makes an attack that targets a monster or vehicle, you can reroll the hit roll. Okay. All right. And of course, they have a Feel No Pain of 6, but they're also going to get a Feel No Pain of 5 if it's on the turn that you call the Wah, which is very, very good. And then, of course, we get Gazgul Magugthraka, the big boy. The boy, right? I mean, that's who it would be. It'd be the boy. So, Makari is also on his sheet. Makari's T6 as well? Really? But he saves on 7 ups. And he's only got 1 wound. But Gazgul's got 2 up saves with 10 wounds. That's pretty strong. Let's look at abilities first, then we'll look at weapons. Prophet of the Great Wah. All this units leading a unit. Each time a model in this unit makes a melee attack, add 1 to the hit roll and 1 to the wound. Okay. He's a leader, of course. Gazgul's Wah banner. It's an aura. While a friendly Orks unit is within 12 inches of Makari, if you have called a Wah this battle round, melee weapons equipped by models in that unit have the lethal hits ability. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Lethal hits while just being within 12 inches of Makari, who's going to be going with Gazgul everywhere he goes. And Gazgul's got a 4-up invuln. Makari's got a 2-up invuln, and you cannot reroll invuln saving throws made for Makari. So he's got a 2-up invuln, mortal wounds. That'll help him for the 7-up save. But still, that's pretty good. Mork's Roar is his ranged weapon. Rapid Fire 4. Ooh. It's already got 12 shots. So if he's within half range, if he's within 18 of you, that's a lot of shots. Am I reading that right? Is that 64 shots? 12, I'm still waking up. 12, 24, 36, 48, 50, yeah, 48. So it'd be 48 shots. Definitely not 64 shots. 48 shots, man. 5 ups, 5 strength, D1. That feels like Orks to me. That feels like. And then for melee, he's got Makari's Staba, which has devastating wounds for the Staba. Only 1 attack, but hit on 4 ups, 3 strength, 1 damage. But Gork's Claw, 6 attacks, hitting on 2 ups, 14 strength, -3 AP, D4. Wow. Gazgul Thraka just walks up and shreds something. Yeah, they're no kidding when they say that big new Tyranids, Brutalis Dreadnoughts, Gazgul shred them 100%. Bodyguard of Mega Knobs get even choppier. This is just going to take me to the store page, right? It's not going to give me an actual... Yeah, it just took me to the store page. I'd love to get to see a data sheet for them, too. Then we have the Death Cannon, of course. I knew it was either going to be the Death Cannon or, like, the Gut Cannon, right? 72-inch range, 3d6, 5 ups, 14 strength, -3 AP, d6 damage. Very, very strong. And it's blast. It's great. Then we get the Mega Choppa. Okay, very nice. It has Strike Sweep as well, just like the Imperial Knights. 618, 3 ups, 2410, -5, -2, d10, d3. Very cool. Lets you hit a lot. Oh, we get the Squig Launcher. Okay, all right. Reconstruct Squig Buggy is a really cool vehicle. So there is still going to be some good shooting. It's just mostly going to be your vehicles, it looks like. 36-inch range, d6 plus 6, 5 ups, 5 strength, -1 AP, 2D. Not bad at all, but it has blast, ignores cover, and indirect fire. It became a flamer. That's pretty nice. That's going to be really strong. That's going to be really strong. I feel bad that the army rule and the detachment rule don't really help your vehicles at all if you want to play vehicle-heavy Orks. I guess once you get into melee, but you can't really melee with like a Daka Jet, or a Def Copta. I guess you could, but no, there's some cool stuff still though. The blast, ignores cover, indirect fire is very nice. Orks is never beaten. Yeah, I don't even know what this stratagem does yet. I love it. 2 CP. Win during the fight phase. Just after the enemy unit selected its target, 1 Orks unit from your army that was selected as the target of 1 or more of the attacking unit's attacks At the end of the phase, each time a model near you is destroyed, that model has not fought this phase, do not remove it from play. The destroyed model can fight after the attacking model's unit is finished making attacks and is then removed from play. Fight before death. Orks is never beaten. That's pretty great. Oh, we got another one. Here we go. This is 1 CP. Start of your movement phase. 1 Ork infantry unit from your army until the end of the turn. Add 2 to the advanced charge rolls made for this unit. Okay. Select a whole unit. You can add 2 to their advanced charge rolls. That's really good. That's really good. I like that a lot. Yeah, it's really good for Storm Boys. 100%. So, some more great art here. I love the fire effect with the Docket Jet. Actually, that's the Burna, isn't it? The Burna Bomber. Great. Brutal Cunning, of course. Of course. War Boss and Gazgul Tharaka, Prophet of the Wa. All really good options. No, I'm liking Orks here. I just, again, wish there was something in the detachment or army rules for shooting. But Ork Melee is going to be terrifying. So, I mean, just having Orks is never beaten where they get to fight anyway, even if you take them out. I'm looking at this from a Blood Angels Tyranid player, and maybe World Eaters were working on that. If I charge in with my Death Company, and I take out a unit of Killicans, they can just... Orks is never dead. Orks, what is it? Orks never beaten. And they can fight back. Yeah, it's 2 CP. They're not going to be doing it all game. But I might charge in that Death Company, and I might just lose that Buzzsaw Death Company right there, taking out those Killicans, as compared to them being able to move them the next turn into something else, or them soaking up some of the shooting the next turn. If I've got Sangard, and I'm trying to get my Sangard in there, and I have my Sangard jump a whole unit of boys, 2 CP may seem like a lot, but if your whole unit of boys gets to fight back before they get murdered by my Sanguinary Guard, that's really good. No, you're gonna have to be a lot more careful when you're charging Orks in a way that you didn't have to be before. I like that a lot. So who we getting tomorrow? Okay, I'm gonna guess. I still really want to see the Blood Angels rules. I'm gonna guess we're looking at either Drukhari or Genestealer Cults for tomorrow. T-Sons, okay. All right. Time for the Dusty Boys. All right. Well, I'll see you tomorrow then. All right, I'm losing my voice, but we're back for T-Sons. Really excited. Got really weirded out at first by the website because I couldn't see it at the bottom of the page. And I guess spoilers for the fact that they're not showing the next one, but I couldn't click in here. I had to go back to the main page to get to it. But anyway, T-Sons time. What am I expecting? I'm hoping we get some good data sheets for psychic profiles with a lot of different options. And I'm hoping the basic rubrics, I'm figuring rubrics are going to get shown today. Please don't show me Zangors. I don't need to see Zangors. Basic rubrics are going to be solid. I don't play T-Sons either, but I love my T-Sons in Kill Team. They're really fun. I don't like painting T-Sons, but I'm really hoping we get some cool psychic powers here. And maybe even get to see Magnus the Red. Probably not, but let's just check it out. It's going to be about, what's the title going to be? 1,000 Strong. It would be really funny if they went Magnus did nothing wrong. It's probably not going to be that. All is dust. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, Ahriman back there. Probably not actually Ahriman, this problem, but it kind of looks like him though. I really love the cloak. This art is really nice. What if they just show us Ahriman today instead of Magnus? Okay, I do love Thousand Suns from a lore perspective. Thousand Suns from a lore perspective is so cool. I just don't like painting them at all. The blue and the yellow don't mix very well. Always just wind up making green. Psychic powers, of course, yeah. Thousand Suns Helldrake looks great. There's the Zangors. I'm really worried we're going to need Zangors. Okay, Cabal of Sorcerers, the army rule. Army factions Thousand Suns. At the end of your command phase, each model from your army with this ability that's on the battlefield, unless they're battle shocked, generates you a number of Cabal points. So Cabal points are back, equal to the number shown in its ability. Model with the Cabal of Sorcerers 2 ability would generate you 2 Cabal points. Combined total of these is your Cabal points. Cool. During the battle round, you can use rituals from the list below, deducting the Cabal points cost from each one of your Cabal points pool. Do not have enough Cabal points for a ritual, you cannot use it. Each ritual can only be used once per phase. At the start of your next command phase, your Cabal points pool resets to 0. Okay, so it's per phase. You don't get to, they don't carry over. No rollover here. Each time you use a ritual, select one T-Sun Psyker from your army. Let's apply the ritual's effect using that Psyker. Okay. What's the... Psykers become more specialized. Yeah, as we thought. Defy convention. Yeah, as they should, you know. Even the maddest Zangor Shaman. Don't show me Zangor stuff. Weaver face free roll vital saving throw. It comes from the warp to employ free strategy. Ooh, okay. So, our army rules here then for our Cabal points. We have Weaver of Fates for 2 points. Use this ritual at the start of any phase. Once during that phase, when a saving throw has failed for a friendly T-Sun model within 18 of a Psyker, and reroll the saving throw. Okay. The start of any phase, though. So you don't get to do it when they fail the saving throw. Choose at the start of any phase. And go, hey, these guys can reroll saves. Not terrible. Pretty solid. Man, you must be generating a lot of Cabal points per turn. Which is cool, because that means you bring in a lot of Psykers, right? Which is what you want to be doing with T-Suns. So 5 Cabal points for Temporal Surge. Use this ritual at the start of your shooting phase. Select one friendly T-Suns unit with an 18 of this Psyker. Unless that unit is within engagement range of one or more enemy units, you can make a normal move. Does that unit is not eligible to declare. Okay. An engagement range at the start of the shooting phase, you can take one unit and make a normal move. So it could theoretically then move out of with an 18 of the Psyker, but it would get it closer for the sake of shooting, which is going to be really good with like rapid fire. That's pretty solid. Echoes from the Warp. 6 Cabal points. Use this ritual at the start of any phase. Once this phase, you can select Psyker's unit as the target of a stratagem for 0 CP, even if you've already used the stratagem. That's incredible. That's really good. Echoes from the Warp. Just free stratagem. Here we go. And we're going to see what new stratagem they've got down there. But just bam. Knights. The knight that was shown off. What was it? Man, it's really bothering me. Okay. The fact that I can't remember the name of this knight. I'm trying to scroll past enough that I don't, or fast enough, wow, words, that I don't see who they chose. What's the name of this guy? It's the Canis Rex, that's it. I want to say Imperator, but that's not it. So that's cool. Doom Bolt for 7 Cabal points. Use this ritual at the start of your shooting phase. Select one enemy unit with an 18 of and visible to the Psyker and roll 1d6. On a 1, that enemy unit suffers D3 mortal wounds. On a 2 to 5, it suffers D3 plus 3. On a 6, it suffers D3 plus 6. So yeah, it takes you 7 Cabal points. But just, hey, I gotta kill that thing right now. That thing has to die. Doom Bolt. Doom Bolt. That's so much better than just like a smite, because you're guaranteed to get something and you're not hurting yourself. That's really cool to me. I like that a lot. Just, yeah, at least D3 mortal wounds. Could be a lot more. Twist of Fate, 9 Cabal points. Use this ritual. Oh, I'm still thinking about Doom Bolt. D3 plus 6. Be like 9 mortal wounds. Really good. Use this ritual at the start of any phase for Twist of Fate. Select one enemy unit with an 18 of visible to the Psyker. At the end of the phase, armor saving throws cannot be made for models in that unit. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Just, yeah, no, you can't make armor saves. You just can't make them. Sorry. It cost me all of my Cabal points this turn. Oh, okay. So, I've mentioned this a few times over the course of these videos. I play Blood Angels. I love my Death Company. If I throw a Buzzsaw Death Company in there, and I can't save at all on any of those Death Company, they're getting wiped out. There's nothing I can do there. My Death Company are gone. That's really good. It has to be visible. These have to be visible. Psyker's unit. So this one is just the Psyker's unit. And this one is... doesn't have to be visible. And this one doesn't have to be visible. These two have to be visible, but you could see somebody and go, yeah, you can't save this turn. Till the end of this phase, you can't save. And the best part is, it's not just the shooting phase for Psychic. It specifically could be the fight phase too. If you bring a lot of Zangors and you want to get in melee with them, or you bring any other demons that you want to use, blue horrors, pink horrors, and you want to get in melee with them, just, I don't know why you would, but I mean, I guess blue horrors are pretty good in melee. But yeah, just I just realized you can use this with flavors of Zinch. You can use it with the flavors. You auto hit, you auto wound. It costs you a lot. It's 9 points, and we're going to see how many points you can generate, but earlier it said Cabal 2, which meant that one Psyker was generating 2 points per turn. So theoretically, you're only getting like 10 points a turn. Or we'll find out how real that is, how true that is, because that's really good. I like that a lot. Okay, Cult of Magic is the detachment rule. Kindred Sorcerer, in your command phase, you select one of the abilities listed below to take effect until the start of your next command phase. Okay, so command phase per turn, basically. Malevolent Charge. Psychic weapons equipped by 1,000 models from your area have lethal hits. It's really good. Psychic weapons have sustained hits. Psychic weapons have devastating wounds. T-Sons are gonna be good, man. That's really solid. Just, hey, what do you need this turn? Look, I really got to kill that thing. I got to make sure I hit it. Got to make sure I hit it. It's a big unit. I need a lot of hits. Psychic Maelstrom. Look, I got to kill that thing. It's got a lot of wounds, and I got to make sure I take it down. It's one big monster. Malevolent Charge. Look, Gilliman has to die. Devastating wounds. Wrath of the Immaterium. That is great. Okay, so it is Ahriman, which means we're probably not going to get Magnus. All right. Yeah, good old Ezek Ahriman. Stupid jerk Ahriman. 6-inch move, T4, 3-up saves, 5 wounds. 5 wounds. Okay, I mean, he is a character, so it makes sense. I'm just thinking about the Death Shroud Terminators again. Bolt Pistol is fine. It's hitting on 2-ups. It's fine. Psychic Stalk has precision, which is very good. Only 1 attack, hitting on 2-ups, 6 strength. He's 6 damage with AP -1. The melee weapon is the Black Staff of Ahriman. That's pretty good. 5 attacks, 2-ups, 7 strength, -1 AP, D3. Ball of Sorcerers 3, so he generates 3 sorcery points just for having him. 3 Cabal points, sorry, not sword points. That's the TTRPG player in me. Rubric Lord. While this model's leading a unit, each time a model in this unit makes an attack, add 1 to the wound roll. Ooh. And Arch Sorcerer of Zinch. Once per battle, you can select this model to use a ritual for 0 Cabal points. If you do, all other rules for the using rules rituals still apply. He gets to do 1 for free. He gets to throw out a Twist of Fate for free. A free Doom Bolt per turn. No, once per battle. Okay, I thought it was per turn, and I was getting upset. Like, that's broken. That's way too strong. It's per battle. So once per battle, he gets to do 1 for free. That's strong. How many of these do you get to do a turn again? Model. Right. I'm so sorry. I'm getting sick, and it's making me sleepy. Rituals from the list below, deducting Cabal points cost. Each one of them. Each ritual can only be used once per phase. But, theoretically, you could use more than 1 ritual per phase then. You could use them all if you have enough points. Wow. That's very good. That's very good. And he's got a 4-up invuln. T-Sun's really strong right now. Okay. 5 move, 4 toughness, 3-up saves, 2 wounds. Not bad, not bad. 6-up leadership, OC2. They generate 1 because of the Aspiring Sorcerer. So you want to keep him alive till the end. Probably him and the Gunner to be able to keep them going. Okay. So just with these 2, that's 4. That's 4 points a turn just with these. Which means even in a boarding actions game, you're at least getting enough to be able to do Weavers of Fate. Weaver of Fates, that. And that's not counting if you don't have another one, because you probably will for 500-point game. Probably will have another Aspiring Sorcerer. Maybe even a Harut. Oh, okay. So you're probably going to be getting Temporal Surge even in a 500-point game. Which is really good. Really good. Okay. So rubrics. We have the Infernal Bolt Pistol. It's fine. Infernal Bolt Gun is fine. Plasma Pistols, both great, as you would expect. 3-up, 7-8. -2, -3, 1/2 for supercharge, but it has hazardous. Soul Reaper Cannon is devastating wounds. I really want to get to the Warp Flamer. The Soul Reaper Cannon, devastating wounds. 24-inch range, 6 attacks. Really good. 3 ups to hit. 6 strength, -1 AP, D1. If all 6 attacks hit, because you removed the ability for the enemy to save, that's 6 damage guaranteed. That's really good. Warp Smite, which is a psychic ability from the Aspiring Sorcerer. Anti-infantry, 4 up. Devastating wounds, and it works as a pistol rules. 2 attacks, 3 ups, 4 strength, -3 AP, D1. Okay, let's do this real quick. Let's do this. Give me regular Space Marine. Give me regular Space Marines. I want to look at -3 AP on the basic Warp Smite. All right, give me my rules for. I forgot they put that in a different spot. Okay, give me Sisters. Sisters will work. Give me Sisters. I want the Sisters here. It's the regular Battle Sister Squad. So they save on 3 ups. Now they save on 6 ups. And that's your Aspiring Sorcerer with his psychic attack. That's very good. That's very good. Oh, T-Sons are going to be really strong. All right, Warp Flame Pistol. Ignores cover. Torrent, because it's a Warp Flame Pistol. Very solid, very solid. I mean, the Plasma Pistol does that too, but that's overcharged for the -3. I'm still hung up on this. Anti-infantry, 4 ups too. Man, Aspiring Sorcerer is going to be strong. The Warp Flamer ignores cover, has Torrent, 12-inch, D6 attacks. Of course, it's Torrent, so it doesn't matter the battle. It auto hits. The ballistics. 4 -1 1. Okay, and then for melee, their melee's fine. It's not great, but it's hit on 3 ups, so it's solid. The force for psychic is pretty good. 6 strength. Let's see then. Bringers of Change. Each time a model on this unit makes a ranged attack, reroll a wound roll of 1. Target of that attack is within range of an objective marker you do not control. You can reroll the wound roll instead. Okay. All right. If it's not a 1, you can still reroll it then. And then they have the Icon of Flame from the Icon Bearer. Each time a model in this bearer's unit makes a ranged attack, if a critical wound is scored, improve the AP characteristic of the attack by 1. Oh, if you crit on that Warp Smite, the Sisters can't save anymore. That goes up to a -4 AP. That's really good. Invuln save a 5 up. T-Sons are strong. All right. We have the Warp Vortex. 24-inch range, D6 plus 3 attacks for the Blast, the Beam, and the Torrent, though. So Blast is D6 plus 3, 3 ups, 9 strength, -2, D2. Beam with devastating wounds is 1 attack, 3 ups, 18 strength, -4 AP, D6 plus 6. Ooh. And then 12-inch for the Torrent, 2d6, ignores cover though. Of course, it's a Torrent weapon, so auto hits. 6 strength, -1 AP, D1. Very strong. We also have Immaterial Flare, Aura for the Mutalith Vortex Beam. Profound weakness, double range of. A Psyker is within 6 inches of this model. Each time that unit uses a ritual that specifies a range, you can double the range. So all of a sudden, this is 36 inches. This is 36 inches. This is 36 inches. And Twist of Fate is 36 inches. It's really strong. Let's see. When Psychic Dominion, 1 CP. When any phase just after the enemy unit selected its targets 1,000 Suns unit from your army that was selected as a target of 1 or more attacking units attacks. Till the end of the phase, all attacks made against your unit with psychic weapons have the hazardous ability. And all models in your unit have the Feel No Pain 4 up against psychic attacks. Okay, so if you get targeted just after they select it, now you have a Feel No Pain 4 up. And all your any attacks made against your psychic weapons have hazardous. That's really good. The enemy psyker, you get mortal wounds. They could just die. You have a 4-up, feel no pain. That's very good. Man, these sons are really strong. Oh man, don't have them fighting. Have them fighting my blood angels. They're very strong. Again, you're probably gonna have to take specific lists, I think, to get enough cabal points to be able to do the Twist of Fate. But man, if you can pull that off, that's really strong. And Armin can do it once for free every round or every battle. That's really good. Really good. Magnus is getting a real eye. Ho 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 ho. Yeah, I'm sure he's gonna be really strong. I'm sure he's gonna be really strong. Armin the Omnibus and Armin Eternal are recommended here. I should read those at some point. I like Thousand Sons a lot as a faction. And Grey Knights are next. Okay. We're getting a lot of Psychic this week. As always, let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you tomorrow. I guess for you, it's like a week later maybe, but who knows? We'll see. Hello and welcome. It's time for Grey Knights. I don't know all that much about how Grey Knights played in 9th edition. I know that they're very anti-chaos, anti-demon specifically, and that they had like, or the witch, I believe was the thing they could do. Psychers. I think they had a teleporting thing, and they have that big mech that is just a Space Marine in the middle of it. Bigger mech arms and legs. So, yeah, I like them in Chaos Gate, but I really don't know that much about Grey Knights otherwise. So, the Incorruptible. Okay, very nice. Nice, I like it. I like it. Yeah, demons, of course. Warp field abilities. Yeah, not our problem. For sure. For sure. Yeah, see, this is what I was thinking about. Grey Knights look cool. I don't love this mech, but they look cool. The Dread Knight, is that what it's called? Because it's not a Dreadnought. I think it's like a Dread Knight. Okay, so our faction rules. Yeah, the people aren't even supposed to know they exist. Teleport Assault. Okay, so they did have a teleporting. Your army factions Grey Knights. At the end of your opponent's turn, you can select a number of Grey Knight units from your army with this ability, including units that are in engagement range of one or more enemy units. Maximum number of units you can select depends on the battle size. So for a 2,000 point game, you can take 4. For a combat patrol, 500 point game, you can take 1. Okay. Once you made your selections, remove those units from the battlefield in the reinforcement step of your next movement phase. You do it first at the end of your opponent's turn, and at the reinforcement step of your movement phase, that each of these units have anywhere on the battlefield that's more than 9 inches horizontally away from all enemy models. They're not on the battlefield at the end of the battle count as destroyed. So if you don't put them all down somewhere, they're destroyed. That's really cool, though. Just here they are. Here they are. And then we have a readout of Deep Strike, how Deep Strike works. Okay, interesting. Yeah, it was a Dread Knight. I thought so. Nemesis Dread Knight. Come with Deep Strike. So Deep Strike is declare the battle formation step during the declare battle formation step. If every model in a unit has this ability, you can set it up in reserves instead of setting it up on the battlefield. You do in the reinforcement step of one of your movement phases, you can set up this unit anywhere on the battlefield that is more than 9 inches horizontally from all enemy units. So that's regular Deep. That's how it's going to work for anything that has Deep Strike. Declare battle formation step. And every model in the unit has to have the ability. Put it in reserves instead of setting on the battlefield, and then reinforcement step, you can bring it in. Makes sense to me. Teleport Shunt is the detachment rule for the Teleport Strike Force. You summon Grey Knight's unit with the Deep Strike ability advances. Do not make an advance roll instead until the end of the phase. Add 6 to the unit's move, and that unit can fly. Short range teleportation. That's pretty cool. I like that a lot. Just boop. That's handy. Okay, the Purgation Squad is what we're starting with. 6-inch move. We're going to get to Astral Aim. T4. 2 up saves. 2 wounds. 6 up leadership. Only 1 objective control. Incinerator, of course, is a flamer, so ignores cover. 6 strength, though. Pretty good. Maybe 1. Silencer. Okay. Psychic sustain hits 1. 24-inch range. Pretty good. 3 ups, 6 attacks, 5 strength. T1. Psych Cannon, which is also psychic. 24-inch range, 3 attacks, 3 up, strength 8, -1, 2 damage. Storm Bolter, rapid fire 2, so double shots within half range. 2 attacks, which becomes 4, of course. 3 ups, 4, 0, 1. Not bad at all. Those are pretty good ranged options. That silencer is really solid with 6 attacks. Only does 1 damage, but really solid. And then the and sustain hits, so you exploding 6s. The side cannon's nice. That's good. That's good. Close combat weapon, fist, sword, whatever, right? 3 attacks, 3 ups, 4, 0, 1. Nemesis force weapon, though, which is a psychic ability. 3 attacks, 3 ups, 6 strength, minus 2 AP, which is very good, 2 damage. And then their astral aim. In your shooting phase, ranged weapons equipped by this model in the unit have the indirect fire ability, providing the target of that weapon is visible to 1 or more friendly Grey Knight Psykers. Okay. So if you have... you have 2 units of Purgation Squad, you have indirect fire for all of your ranged attacks. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's really solid. Of course, you have to be able to see it with both, but still, that's really good. I like that a lot. Visible to 1 or more, though. It doesn't have to be visible to both, just to 1 or more. I like that a lot. That's really good. All right, then we have the Grandmaster in Nemesis Dread Knight, of course. 8 move, T8, 2 ups. 2 ups is good. This is your character. This is you're going to be your detachment leader for the indexes before the codex comes out. 2 up saves, 13 wounds, pretty solid. 6 up leadership, 4 objective control. And we have Gatling Silencer. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm recording too many of these after not sleeping. Gatling Silencer, psychic, sustain hits 1. 12 attacks, 3 ups, 6 strength, AP 0, D1. Pretty good. Heavy Incinerator. Actually, that's 12 attacks. Loading 6s. That's really good, actually. And it's hitting on 3 ups. That's really good. The Heavy Incinerator, of course, is a torrent weapon. It's a flamer, so you don't have to roll to hit. Auto hits. 2d6 attacks, so that could also be 12 attacks. 6 strength, minus 1 AP, 1 damage. Not bad at all. The heavy side cannon is, of course, the side cannon, but with a couple changes. The big one is the number of attacks, and it's still hitting on 3 ups. Range is the same. Strength is quite a bit higher, as you would expect. It is the heavy side cannon. So AP minus 1, and then D3. Okay. Pretty good. Melee weapons, we have the Dread Fist. 6 attacks, 3 ups, 6 strength, minus 1 AP, D1. The Nemesis Demon Great Hammer, which is psychic. 5 attacks, 4 up, 14 strength, minus 3 AP, D6 plus 1 damage. That's real good. The Nemesis Greatsword has Swipe Street. Break, Sweep. Wow, I messed that up. 5, 10, 3 ups, 10, 5, minus 2, minus 1, D6, 1. Very, very nice. And then abilities-wise, we're looking at Surge of Wrath. Once per battle round in the fight phase, 1 model from your army with this ability can use it before resolving its attacks. Does until the end of the phase. Each time that model makes an attack that targets a monster or vehicle, reroll the hit roll, you can reroll the wound roll, and you can reroll the damage roll. Really? Once per battle round. That's pretty good. He's going to be chunking monsters and vehicles. And then Heroism's Favor. Each time you target this model with a stratagem, it only costs 1 CP to use, even if the CP cost is higher. That's very, very good. Of course, we have the subtract 1 from the hit roll if he's down to 1 to 4 wounds. He got his 4-up invuln. That's pretty solid. I like him. I still don't like the model all that much, but I like him. Weapon spot fights. Wow. Weapon spotlights. Man, I'm struggling. We have Purifying Flame, anti-infantry 2-ups, Norse cover, and psychic. 18-inch range, 1 attack, 3 ups, 4 strength, minus 1 AP, D1. Okay, pretty solid. Pretty solid for the flame. And this is a basic psychic power. Radiant Soulfire and their Purifying Flame psychic weapons adds a potent short-range blast to go along with their Storm Bolters and special. Cool. For the Stratagem Spotlight, we have Haloed in Soulfire for 2 CV. At the end of your movement phase, or no, I'm sorry, just your movement phase. I thought it was going to say your movement phase ends. No, it's just your movement phase. One Grey Knight Psyker unit from your army that's arriving using the Deep Strike or Teleport Assault abilities this phase. At the start of your next movement phase, the unit cannot be targeted by ranged attacks unless the attacking model's within 12. Ooh! Ooh, it costs 2 CP unless you use it on old boy over here, and then it only costs 1 to make it where he can't be hit by ranged attacks unless they're within 12 inches. That's really good. I like that a lot. And then Radiant Strike, also 2 CP during the fight phase. One Grey Knight Psyker unit from your army until the end of the phase. Melee weapons equipped by this model. By models in your unit with the psychic ability also have the Devastating Wounds ability. You can give Devastating Wounds to him, give Devastating Wounds to them. This is any Grey Knight Psyker unit. And I'm assuming these have, yeah, they have Psyker because they have psychic attacks. So very, very strong here. That art looks great. The glaive coming through here, cutting off. I'm assuming that's an arm. No, that's bisecting him. That's his head there. That's bisect. Oh, that's great. That's really cool. They recommend the Grey Knight Omnibus. They recommend the Emperor's Gift and Sons of a Titan. So it's gonna be Drukhari. I was about to try and guess, but I can see Drukhari right there. So Drukhari will start us off Monday. Then I feel like it's gonna be Gene Stealer Cults. And then I don't think we're going to get Harlequins. So then we're either going to get Black Templars, Blood Angels, Dark Angels, I guess Space Wolves. Maybe split those, or they're just going to do one and bring us back to like Space Marines and Tyranids to finish it off. It'd be great if we got like Dark Mechanicum or the Inquisition or something like that, but I don't think it's going to happen. But we'll see. We'll see. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments section down below. And until next time, I've been Trey. This has been the Full Spectrum. You know the deal. See you for Drukhari tomorrow.